All right, Radio Bandland is doing what we ought to do, which is leading you up, warming you up to the next edition of Bandland on ground in Bengaluru. Last year, one of the bands that blew the roof off was SKRAT, the Chennai band. They were on BMS Live stage Saturday, December 16th. And that was the day which also had the Goo Goo Dolls as headliners. TT Sriram from SKRAT joins me. What's up, brother? How are you?
Hello. How are you doing? It's nice to talk to you again.
Man, it's not been long, so the memories are alive and vibrant. Playing in Bangalore is always a vibe, isn't it? And with a rock-loving audience like that, SKRAT has so many die-hard followers in the Garden City. How was it playing Bandland in December, man?
And it was also, it was something unbelievable purely because we've been playing Bangalore. We've been the South Indian rock band for a while now. So, and we'll always say, okay, Chennai is where we were born and that's where we grew up. But we always say Chennai is the kitchen and Bangalore is the dining room. So we make everything there and then come to Bangalore and play it. Now everybody in Chennai is pissed off with us because we don't play that very often. But I would like to say it's been a while. Let's just talk about it, saying that it's been too long since there was a band-centric festival. Every organizer is just like, no man, we need, and also the audience also slowly moving towards, I want absolute waves and mastered products coming in, but like a band can never be a wave essentially, but it could be larger if we could, and they took a chance on that. Bandland took a chance on that, and they kind of like stuck to their name and had a buttload of bands. Bruce Lee Money said that when he went on stage also, he was just like, can you believe it? This is a festival of bands, man. That's so radical, fantastic. And as usual, I don't know, Bangalore's just got like a completely different, like you don't even need to start them up, warm them up, nothing. They come there primed and they're ready to start going nuts. And that, makes it much easier for us, essentially. So it was fantastic.
Sriram, any new discoveries for you? I mean, everybody knows Purple, everybody knows the Goo Goo Dolls, but I was thrilled to bits seeing Amel and the Sniffers, and of course the big discovery.
Amel and the Sniffers
was so good.
I was just going to say that. Amel and the Sniffers was literally like one of the bands that I never thought India now, back in the day, festival producers were able to take chances and put bands like that up. We had a few on previous festivals that have happened even in Bombay and Shillong and Bangalore, but now in the 2020s, a punk rock band, like full-blown punk rock band, it's like a dream. And they just blew the roof off the place, and it was fantastic because we also had the opportunity for SKRAT crew to essentially help out with sound and backline for Amel and the Sniffers.
Sweet.
And we were on ground, and we weren't just a band then. We were also the crew that was helping out another band, and that's just special. That's so special. And I'm so glad it was Amel and the Sniffers that we got to help out that day, because I can like wear that like a badge on my sleeve now.
Did you stay back the next day to watch, to watch Purple also?
Absolutely.
And on your day, I know it's a little tough. You're just getting off stage, and the War on Drugs is getting on stage. Did you manage to?
Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely. Luckily, SKRAT's a very easy band to set up and set down. The three of us, and we've gotten very efficient with the way we pack up. And as soon as that happens, also we have some of the best managers and the crew, and they just knew exactly what to do, and we were so primed and ready. Also, we celebrated 18 years this year. So I think for 18 years, we've been planning on how to get to War on Drugs really fast. So we got there in that.
See.
Okay, there was already a song in before we started, but then that's fast enough, I would say.
Yeah,
yes, we did catch a lot of bands.
Well, just a bit about your music, man. Bison was such a definitive album for me. I loved the music video for Bison, which in itself was so cool and really, I think, way ahead of its time.
Yep.
Just a bit about the music video, but the thing about great music videos, and Peter Gabriel said this once because he used to make all these exotic videos for digging in the dirt and Sledgehammer. He said it takes away from the greatness of the song sometimes.
Yeah. It is.
And Bison, when you listen to it on audio on a streaming service, is just a really great song. So you make a video sometimes to add on to the song. But actually, then people, especially Gen Z, just ends up watching only the video. So your thoughts on that?
Just the video. But it's okay, I think, because so there's this production company called Numa Productions that came on board. And honestly, it was their idea. They got in touch with us. They said they wanted to do the Bison song. And they had a fantastic, and they pitched it to us saying that, see, we have this idea. And do you think that you guys would like to kind of start working on this together and actually make something of it? And as soon as at the beginning, Tapas and Band and Tapas Janu and I were like, okay, this is new. This is fantastic. This is a very, very ambitious project that they have taken up. But Ankit was organizing this between Yuma and us. And Ankit, who's been following us for a long time, Ankit Singh Rajput, and he literally held our hand and put everything together. They wrote this script, they created the characters, they created the data assets for the designs of each character. They ran it past us. We gave them so much. It gave us confidence that we gave them free will. We're like, please do what comes to you, because if we start coming into this, it'll be too many cooks in the broth. So all of that video, we would like to give all of the credit to Numa Productions. They just absolutely nailed it for us. And it's very nice that, they could have chosen any song. They could have chosen any song to go and spend the next 6 months working on and building every character from scratch, building every world from scratch, not picking up from something and putting it in and doing anything halfway. They just nailed it. And to a point when I saw it, I was just like, oh my God. So I wrote the song, but that's how it looks. Finally, somebody showed me how the world looks for me. So I was just like, okay, I know it from a place of darkness. And now you've shed light on it and you've told me, okay, so by the way, Bison looks like this. By the way, Raptor looks like this. All the characters look like this. The vineyard is so sprawling. And by the way, it's in a planet far, far away, and it's all new. And they came up with everything, every single asset, and they killed it for us. So I didn't even know what to do to think when I saw it first. But then after that, when it came out, I'm like, okay, cool, this is good. We can release this, not only release this, but it will mature with time. So yes, it might have been early for its time at the beginning, but I'm sure now people are starting to go back towards it, and other kind of projects are coming together. People realize there's a universe that's connected to SKRAT the band, and because of that, now we got called to a video game and comic convention where I was made to talk about the universe and stuff like that. People are actually giving a crap about it, so it's damn nice.
My favorites off the album, apart from Bison, are Red Ox Hide and Chaos. Do you have any favorites?
Oh, me, it's like choosing from one of my babies, but I would say to play, I would say a song called Siren is great fun to play because it's also flat out and comes from our sort of roots where we're like, okay, we've tried to be mature with Bison and Vineyard and all of that, but when it comes to Siren, it's just a full all-out banger all the time, and that's something that we've always gravitated towards and will always be our favorite kind of music to play. So I would say Siren, Yippee-Ki-Yay would be a great, those two songs I just love playing on stage.
I mean, it's unbelievable for people who've been following you guys. It's been 10 years since The Queen, which is your second album. What an album that was. I love Stomp. I love the title track. And of course, Machete, which again had a very interesting music video. So I'd like you to comment on that album.
Oh, so the Machete music video. So the Queen, we had just come out with Bring Out the Big Guns in 2013. And we were like, okay, cool, but we were on a writing spree at the time. Luckily, the other band members weren't as busy as they are now. And myself included. But we were like, okay, we've got another 10 songs. Let's just go and record and let's make this thing happen. And we put out, and we had already been playing some of those songs live. And usually SKRAT will be playing the songs that would come on the album live earlier, but not tell anybody else about it. Just play the song, and then mostly people would go back to our albums and be like, "Where is that song that they played?" Little did they know that we never recorded it yet. So I would say Queen came out really, really quickly. And Queen, Stomp, all of that fit into the universe as singular songs that kind of connect. And that's where slowly I started connecting Queen and Bring Out the Big Guns, the earlier album, and try to make that a thing. But there was an interesting, again, another video that we were approached by this group, duo that were traveling around the world. And they were like, it's a process called Around the World in 18 music videos.
I just love it. I love those two old blokes. Those two old blokes sitting in and having their caviar and fine food, and you coming in to serve them.
And it was brilliant. And we just came up with that. The directors, they came up with the Around the World in 80 videos. They're from Brazil, and they came up with this entire thing. That day we met at Delhi, at a social in Delhi, and our very good friends Meg and she was there, and she was like, we were going to sort this out, right? We're going to make this happen for you, and we were like, okay, what venue can we use? And we were having the meeting in social. So at that time, I just was like, 1 second. And I went down to the social office and I was just like, is anti-social available for like 2 hours? And they were like, yeah, it's available. I quickly went down to the Raymond's next door in House Village, picked up a shirt and then came back with a tie, picked up that, came back, and then we went go. And the two older gentlemen that were there were proper seasoned theatre actors who had just connected with the director and the DOP who were traveling together for this. And they just came and winged it. We just winged the entire music video, and we took like 3 takes of the whole video. That's it. And then nailed it just before Grammy-winning effort were coming into sound check. So we had to finish the video as fast as possible and then immediately have Grammy-winning effort come in for sound check. That was just wild. And that it happened that way. That's how we were given that music video. Wow. Very often we don't make the music video. It kind of comes and falls on our lap, and we just love the way that happens because then there's no agenda. I mean, it's pure art form, just it's like mixing together in general.
Through the sands of time, that 2013 album, Bring Out the Big Guns, is having more and more of a cult following. I mean, and when I listen to Tin Can Man and I listen to Smoke a Cigar and Samurai Badass, especially with all the, with anime becoming so big now, those vocals coming in of the guys in Japanese, it just sounds like such a fun album. It's almost like 3 Chennai boys just got together, or at the time you were 4, got together just to have a lot of fun. And little did you know that it would become a cult album, 10, 12, 14 years from then?
Absolutely, because back in the day, I think everybody, all the rock bands were even today, I would say, nothing to take away from their music, but then they're all great, but they're too serious. Right? Like they're always talking about something serious. They're like, well, let's go against the establishment. Let's do this, let's do that. And I'm just like, we can do all of that, but let's just put it all in a story where there is this dude that somebody took away his beer. Right? Someone touches his beer, he will get so pissed off, and he's a samurai, so don't screw with him. And he will then cut you to pieces and continue
laga.
Yeah, while going laga, and then he will drink his beer. And I think that was taken because I think I was watching Drunken Master at the time. And there was a sort of I like that whole kind of kind of situation. And he's become a kind of character in one of our in the universe. So. And I'm just glad my band members were nice enough or they had the presence of mind to just say, okay, let this guy just write about what he wants. Okay, as long as it's funny, that's what we're doing. Right? That's how we're going to go. Either it's funny or really angry.
Badly dubbed Drunken Master, 36 Chamber of
Yeah.
Shaolin. Give me those movies
Yeah.
even today. The lips are going somewhere. Master,
Yeah.
I've come from Shaolin. And the audio is going somewhere. It is just hilarious. Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So man, the fans are asking, I mean, why is it 7 years and something and no new SKRAT album?
I think it was a lot of circumstance that led to it. And but finally, we are ready. The album is finished, and we're just waiting to do the rollout plan, and it will be rolled out very, very soon. And the subsequent albums that are going to release, we're going to come out with an EP next. We'd like to call it an EP, but it's a little longer than that. But we have everything ready. We've started recording, and we're actually this time we went through a lot of options of what is SKRAT, how do we record this thing? Our live performance is way different from our records, and how do we get that madness and energy out of it? So finally, we just said, screw it, we're just going to record everything in my garage, and just record there, put a bunch of mics, let there be bleed. Let there be honking sounds at the back. Let people come inside. Let people open beer bottles. It's fine. Let's not do this whole sanitized recording setup anymore, and let's just go for it. So this time we've done something a little ambitious again. So there's no click. There's no retakes. There's a full take. There's no layers. So it's just us in the garage playing the song, and that's what we're going to release as our main album. Soon. So it's coming. I think you're the first one to hear about it officially.
Wow, honored. Lovely.
Yeah,
on behalf of all SKRAT fans.
So it's coming. It's going to be called Circus Act, and it will be out shortly, and the dates will be released soon.
Circus Act, that sounds fabulous. But you guys have been having a bit of fun in between. I mean, I liked Friday Night Plan. It is a breezy, nice, sweet little film. And you featured on that with Piyush Kapoor. You had one song on the soundtrack, and then Mutant Macha a few years ago. I like both Vishal Dadlani and Farhan Akhtar simply because they are Bollywood but yet not Bollywood.
Yeah,
they're so unfilmy or un-Bollywood in their approach to life. Which is so rare.
Absolutely, because I think for us those have been our two main collaborations outside of what we do. Yes, we've had Shakushi Gopal and Singh, one of a song that we wrote together, and that was good fun, but in the SKRAT vein of things. And but it was very interesting to kind of work with Vishal and Farhan because I think we all expected Bollywood to be a certain way, but they totally proved the opposite. And then they were like, okay, no, actually, let's just go nuts with this song and let's figure out what happened. And it was a great writing session also, because we just went there 2 days, slammed the song in, and then we were like, this is it. And this is the purest version of it. Let's just send this out. And with Friday Night Plan, it was a little bit that was for Netflix. So that was and with Piyush, and that's the first time. We don't know much of Hindi because we're from Chennai, right? And it was so great to work with Piyush on it because I'm a big fan of Daira also. So, and we played together a couple of gigs when we shared the stage when we've toured. So it was great fun to catch him, and he plays the trumpet. He does he's great. The amount of vocal prowess that he has made me feel a little like, whoa, okay, I think this guy should sing the whole song. Also, if I sing in Hindi, we'll probably get cancelled. So, and it was great. That it was nice that they came and told us, dude, it's a part of which spoiler alert, it's an egging scene where the kids are going nuts and egging things. And I was just like, yeah, that's totally us. Yeah, let's do this. I just love that they chose the right part for us to, kind of bite into in the storyline.
Lovely. TT Sriram from SKRAT, all the best. Can't wait to hear the new EP, the new album. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your time. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Fantastic, Matt. Fantastic. Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.